Class of 2020, family and friends, distinguished guests joining us from right away across the globe. Welcome to the Royal College of Music and to a very special event. Indeed, an event unique in the long and distinguished history of our college, our first virtual graduation ceremony. We're here in this amazing new performance space, right at the heart of the new, fantastic new development, which is transforming the lives of all those who study here, who teach here, and who work here. I hope it won't be too long before it's reverberating again to the sound of more music, and that our students, our exceptional students, are back where they belong, up here on stage, entertaining our audiences with their sublime music making. A little more from me later on, but for now, I'd like to introduce our director, Professor Colin Lawson.
Chairman, graduands, distinguished guests, and members of the Royal College of Music online. Welcome to this very special celebration of some exceptional student achievement. I'm especially delighted that we have with us today graduands from the Nanyang Academy of Fine Arts in Singapore, and some other students with us today have graduated earlier in the course of the academic year 2019-20. In these most extraordinary times, your remarkable talent and creativity have made a huge contribution to daily life at the RCM, ensuring that the college continues to be recognised as a conservatoire that is truly world-class. Now more than ever, the RCM's international reach is a reminder that music is a language that recognises no borders. In many ways, league tables are a scourge on modern society, but we can allow ourselves more than a little satisfaction in being yet again named the top conservatoire performing arts in the UK and Europe, and in the top 2 across all performing arts institutions worldwide in the 2020 QS World University Rankings. We're currently faced with extraordinarily difficult challenges. Thank you for your flair, commitment, and imagination over the past few months, which has been matched by our hard-working staff across the whole institution, who've worked tirelessly to support your learning. The digital skills you have learned and applied during this exceptional time demonstrate the resilience of the student body and will be infinitely useful in your future careers. The brand belongs to every member of the college, and we are already very proud of what you have achieved. In exchange for your loyalty as RCM ambassadors, we want to support you in whatever way we can. Indeed, we hope that this is the beginning of a lifelong association. You will be joining a network of some 8,500 alumni in 100 countries across the globe. You'll be receiving invitations to events and regular news updates from our alumni engagement team. You'll have continued access to the library and discounts on college venue hire. In particular, the Creative Careers Centre makes all its services available for 5 years after your graduation. These include one-to-one career guidance sessions, a broad range of performance opportunities, educational work, useful fact sheets and resources, a weekly email with jobs and opportunities in the industry, plus a series of careers events tailored for graduates. Please keep in touch, give us your news, and remember to mention your time here, especially in your concert biographies. There'll be an opportunity for a more formal ceremony later in the year, but I do want to acknowledge today some notable musical achievements of the year. The visit of Big Band to Ronnie Scott's, our collaborative project in Berlin, Moscow and Paris, the Mark Anthony Turnage Festival, visits from our roster of great conductors, masterclasses with Maxim Vengerov, John Lill and Alina Ibragimova, and an instructive, unconducted Schubert Great C Major Symphony with colleagues from the Chamber Orchestra of Europe. At the end of 2019, the anniversary year of the first moon landings, Haydn's Il Mondo della Luna was an inspired choice of opera and suited the Britten theatre to perfection. Lockdown frustratingly prevented our immediate use of the wonderful new performance spaces. but the online composition for Screen Showcase was a stunning achievement, both for its creativity and execution. You all, whether composers or performers, have risen magnificently to a set of challenges that none of us could ever have anticipated. And I offer you now my personal congratulations. And, as is customary, I shall now announce from the class of 2020 the recipients of the Special Directors' Prizes. The Worshipful Company of Music.
I felt really privileged and just happy to be here, just being with everybody. But I think really I am the happiest on stage, just every single time that when I perform or with others that are also of the same, in my same generation, and we're all doing something that we absolutely love. Just that feeling of after performing and just being together, nothing can really replace that. I don't think. I've never experienced that before to this level. Yeah.
Well, that's so good to hear, and so good that you got so much out of the liaison with the professional side of it all. Colin?
Well, I think it's the flair and commitment and the talent of the students that makes it such a privilege to work here, I must say, if I may just insert a personal note. Fantastic. And you're leaving us, Evangeline. Can I ask what you're going to miss most about us, do you think?
I'm definitely going to miss the big family that is here. There's a big community spirit going on at RCM. Wherever you go in the RCM, you really feel like you can just talk to anybody, and we all are talking about something that we really, really love. And it's not a sort of like you feel suppressed by how amazing it is all. But actually you feel quite inspired by just how the students are so, like you say, so dedicated to their art. And yeah, just being here, it's just, yeah, I really feel like I'm quite comfortable, but also just inspired by everyone.
That's good. And David, do you feel the same thing? I know you're not leaving us, but
yeah.
Do you ever feel sort of rather downbeat about the sheer amount of talent surrounding you, or do you really feel inspired by it?
No, it's such an encouraging environment. I mean, as a year, I can't have wished for a better year. Everyone is so encouraging. Sure. Everyone wanted everyone else to do well, and I think that makes such a great learning environment for us as musicians to improve. I think, yeah, it's the supportive environment, and if I didn't have it around me, I don't think I'd be the singer and the musician that I am today.
I think if I add, I think the one thing I've most learned from RCM is my confidence from when I first started, because like I said, like we all felt so scared when we first entered. I think the best thing, especially as a musician, is the confidence factor is a big thing in what we do as our art. And I would say the best thing that I've gained from college is definitely my confidence is skyrocketed.
Really, thank you both very much. You heard what I said in the speech. Keep in touch when you're leaving. That's very, very important. And please remember us in your concert biographies. Remember that too. Thank you both very much. Wonderful to talk to you. And thank you for your happy memories and for your enthusiasm for the Royal College of Music. It means a lot to us on the staff to hear all that. And I'm sure to the chairman as well.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks.
Graduands, members of council, director, distinguished guests from across the globe. As Chairman of Council, it's a privilege to be able to say a few words today. Now, as an historian, I'm only too well aware that history, regrettably and painfully, generally repeats itself, not least because human beings all too often willfully refuse to learn the lessons of the past. I was therefore deeply struck reading the annual address of Sir Hugh Allen, then RCM Director, to students precisely 100 years ago in April 1920. He told them, "It is often said that art prospers under difficulties and that creative talent is encouraged by hard conditions. It looks, therefore, as if in the days ahead we should find a good atmosphere to work in. The peacefulness of yesteryear has disappeared. Its easy placidity today seems to be so enviable and so desirable and so far off. We have come into a new life in circumstances almost undreamed of." Those words, written in the wake of a world war and, of course, a brutal global pandemic, could easily and eerily have been written for today. History repeats itself. Yes, we are again in a new difficult life we never dreamed of. But yes, too, our art, our music will survive and prosper. And thank goodness for that. The world is going to need the inspiration and energy of music more than ever as we battle through this. Now, for me, graduation is perhaps the most important day in the college's calendar. And that's no mean achievement, given how many exceptional events take place here every year. And I think it's important for 3 reasons. For you, of course, our graduates, it is a life event which marks an absolutely fundamental staging post, both in the development of your career and your own musical voyage. It's important for your parents and friends who've supported you and are overjoyed in your success. It's a time for them to share in your accomplishments. But also, it's important for all of us at the college, because for us, it's a chance to mark your huge achievements, to wish you well, whether you have returned to us or are moving on, and above all, to tell you how very, very proud we are of you. To you is entrusted the future of music, and we know it's safe in your hands. It therefore breaks my heart that we're not able to meet in person. But that does mean, and there is a silver lining to every cloud, that you are part of the story of a remarkably special year. The class of 2020, graduating at the same time as our college itself moves into a new life of more music as a result of this great development, will always be remembered. Remembered because you are the ones that with courage and tenacity fought through the virus to this graduation day. Remembered because you are the ones that helped our college pioneer new ways of working and learning, new digital initiatives that will shape the course of the generations that come after you. And remembered because you are the ones who achieved your goals and shining ambitions and moved forward in spite of what Sir Hugh called circumstances almost undreamed of. That makes you all very special. That is why our pride in you knows no bounds and no limits. And it's why in the long, distinguished history of the RCM, 138 years young, with our best days still ahead, not least as we unleash the potential of our new building, this will always be remembered as the year the college and its students were tested by fire and came through. That we have done so is down to the work of all those who study and teach at the college. And I would like to take this opportunity to say a profound thank you to a number of people. To my colleagues on council, who have, with their professional expertise, customary energy, and above all, commitment to the student experience, risen, as always, to the challenges. To our visionary director, Professor Colin Lawson, and all his senior team, as well as our professors and teaching staff, for the extraordinary lengths to which they went to get the college ready for a world of remote learning, and the awesome speed and effectiveness with which they did it. And to Joel Wilson, President of the Students' Union, who sadly can't be here today, whose support and commitment has been absolutely vital in these difficult months. Joel has throughout been the most formidable voice for all students and put the case with passion. Joel, thank you, and we're delighted you're staying on for another year. Graduates, I hope you have enjoyed your time here as much as our friends on stage. As you move on to the next stage of your career, whether you're staying here or moving on, know that you, the very special class of 2020, go enveloped in the pride we have in you, with our profound thanks for all that you have meant to the college and for the indelible footprints you have left on the sands of time at the RCM. Congratulations to you all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. That ends today's celebration.